and we off to the races. Yeah.
All right.
So what we got today? What's going on?
Okay, so this relationship advice post comes from R. Amos. She
Okay.
says, I found out a few days ago that my fiance had been emotionally cheating with a girl that he used to work with. He said it's been going on 6 to 7 months.
Okay.
It was mostly him saying things like hugs, snugs, spinny hugs, I'll squeeze you, I'd kiss you, or what about I want hugs, preferably naked.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm so hurt. He never says these things to me, and he's supposed to be marrying me. Our intimacy level has not been great recently since I lost my grandfather to a sudden heart attack and lost one of my best friends to complications of leukemia.
Oh wow.
All this time that I've been grieving, he's been messaging this girl.
Okay.
His excuse was that he didn't want to hurt me by constantly nagging me for sex or trying to burden me with lack of intimacy. Okay. So she goes on to talk about her depression she's been struggling with, and she's thinking about moving back to London with her family. Things really blew up yesterday because he was in the other room, not even trying to come and speak to her to resolve things. So she got upset. She couldn't stop crying. She demanded we go through all the texts and found more. She was so angry, so betrayed that she attacked him. I know this was so wrong and does not make me any better. I just felt so betrayed and hurt. We have been together for 5 years and engaged for 3.
Okay.
3 years engagement, wow. Why was he willing to risk it all?
Okay.
She issued him an ultimatum, so he blocked the girl. And
He
said it
blocked
was
her?
yeah, he blocked the other chick.
Okay.
And said it was hard because she's a good friend.
Okay.
I don't know what to think. My head is all over the place and I feel utterly worthless. What should she do?
Okay, so I feel like for one, it sounds like she's been going through a lot and it's falling on him as well as her, right? So she said, while she's grieving, you know what I mean? So she expects him to basically also kind of grieve with her. So he just has to grieve and he can only go back to normal life once she's done her grieving process. Maybe he doesn't respect her grieving process. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe he's like, she's overreacting. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm serious, right? Maybe it's like, okay, like who was it that she said died or passed away?
Her grandfather and her best friend.
Okay, so her grandfather, so he's obviously not close to either one of them. So he's like, your grandfather, like he up there, like what should, like how long is this gonna be?
So he doesn't respect.
I'm just saying, like how maybe
her viewpoint and her
maybe how long she's been mourning.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like. Because
6-7 months.
she's using it as an excuse for why he should just be able to deal with her lack of whatever she's doing, right? Because obviously he feels a way about sex because she feels like it's burdened. He doesn't want to be burdened or be a burden to her. So obviously she's making him feel like he's a burden to her, and she's maybe not like, she's crying all the time. She's sad. She's down. She's moping. So it's like, when do you even try to engage like that? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, well, hold on. Let's go through it one more time. Like, just read like the first part of it, and then I'm just because that's why I want you to get it all out.
Yeah.
But now I'm forgetting everything.
So
just go ahead and
she found out that her fiance has been emotionally cheating on her.
Okay, first of all, let's stop there. This is okay. So emotionally cheating means what?
That
just to clear it up.
I just feel like it's cheating without the physical aspect. So you have feelings for another woman.
Okay.
Or you like another woman and you're engaging with.
So emotionally cheating. So technically he's not. Everything is emotionally cheating on the low. Like he's not cheating.
He's not having sex with another woman, but he's attached.
Yeah, but
it's like a deep friendship where he's flirting and saying I want to see you naked. That's cheating. Without
flirting
sex.
And saying I want to see. Okay. All right. Okay. Go ahead.
And
now I know what it is. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. With the girl that he used to work with.
Okay.
And so he said it's been going on for 6 to 7 months. And it was mostly him saying things like hugs, snugs, spinny hugs. I'll squeeze you. I'd kiss you.
Mm-hmm.
Or I want hugs, preferably naked.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's almost taking it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's baby steps. It's
Right.
And he never says things like that to her.
No, okay. Why though?
Why?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think?
Because maybe he's already getting naked hugs. so why would he say I want a naked hug
when you're already...
Like, yeah, so I think, okay. So he's not keeping the fire going.
Yeah.
Okay, he's building a new fire. All right, so
yeah.
Go ahead. That's the next part.
And then she talks about her grandfather passing, that their intimacy level has not been great recently, as she has lost her grandfather.
Yeah, so she's telling you why. She's telling you exactly why
they're distant.
Why she's distant from him.
The intimacy level. Yeah, I mean, it's
because it's not him being distant.
Right. He wants it to be regular, but she went through something, and it can't be that way right now because she has. Because if she was gonna say like, intimacy level's been low because he just lost his grandfather, so it's almost like I'm here waiting, willing. And he's going through something. This is the opposite. I'm going through something. He should understand. I mean, I feel like right there, that's a big deal, and that's really all the problems are stemming really from her. Yeah, I mean, she lost her grandfather, and he's trying to like forget that. Give me some head. Like what?
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't know how.
And it's just like, yo, right now I can't even process.
But how long does that?
I don't know. We don't know. But whatever the case is, if they're about to get married, I mean, the answer isn't going finding somewhere else.
But some people get really shaken by something. Well, I mean, the answer is not.
Well, she talks about the depression so she may be a super sensitive person.
That's what I'm saying.
But this is who he's choosing to marry, so they don't need to get married if he can't.
If he can't, if she can't.
Well, she needs
both of them. Really, right? But okay, so this
the answer isn't cheap. That's
the answer isn't. I feel like she's trying to push it off on him instead of knowing like what's going on. Like
I think
herself.
She's taking responsibility. She's saying like I know this is, you know what I'm saying, the fact that I lost my grandfather. I wasn't intimate with him. And he decided to cheat, but that doesn't give him a reason to cheat.
No, well, right. But what I'm saying is, I feel like she should say, I lost my grandfather, I lost this person and that person, and I'm in no condition to get married right now. Okay. Instead, she's she's passing the burden that he can't fix on him. You know what I mean? Okay. How long do you go through that without, you know what I'm saying? Like it's two people, so I just feel like my condolences to her losing her grandfather and for her losing like her best friend as well. But it's just like at some point, and I feel like this happens a lot. Yeah. At some point, you know, like you deal with somebody's depression until then it starts to depress you, right? It's for anything, right? Like if somebody, let's say somebody you know, they're depressed. So let's say a guy loses his job, right? And he's sitting home now all the time just drinking beer on the couch. Right? Now you're coming home, you're going out, you're coming home, you're going out, and he's just there and he won't do nothing. He won't try, he's not, right? And of course you give him a grace period of like, okay, like you're really sad. You know what I mean? You're grieving through it. But then after a while, I mean, how long do you wait before you're like, okay, like this is not what I want in my life. Yeah. This to feed your depression. Because some people never get over these things. He might just completely turn that way, and then now it's like he's just Homer Simpson. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So what's the next part of it?
She said yesterday, everything blew up because. He just was like, okay, whatever you figured out, I'm gonna go in the other room. Yeah. And they, you know, he wasn't even trying to resolve it. He just went in the other room.
Can he resolve it?
I mean, I feel like you should be able to talk through anything.
Right, but it's not, what I'm saying is.
For her, he wasn't even trying to. He just went in the other room and was just, not even trying to come and speak to me to resolve this.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously he's fed up.
Well, he ended up cutting the girl off, so I feel like this situation was a reason for him to, end it.
Where we at right now?
Okay, so things blew up yesterday.
Okay.
And
what do you think about things blowing up though? Like, why you think that?
I mean, she's clearly an emotional being.
Okay.
I can think of a few people that are super sensitive to everything, and she's one of them. And I would feel a certain way if I was her as well. Like if I'm trying to, I just found out you was cheating on you. Like I'm seeing all these text messages you're telling somebody.
Right,
like,
of course. That's always.
And then if this is a situation that's at hand, and you're just like, I don't know what you want me to do. This happened. And you're not even trying to say like, okay, I'm not gonna, this was wrong. I feel like she was looking.
But she knows exactly what happened. That's the thing. Like, it's not like they sit there and have a discussion about something where you know exactly what the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what his issue is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what your issue is. And instead of like addressing it, it's like you want to sit there and have a blow up in an argument about, but you already know what, you know what I mean? Like you already
but you
know.
still talk about it.
Yeah, no, I know. But what I'm saying is she's putting it all out there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like she's like, for example, let's say she said, "Oh, I have a fiance, and all of a sudden we had a blow up yesterday out of nowhere."
Yeah, but.
And I don't understand why. Should I stay or get married? You know what I mean? Like that's not what's going on.
No.
It's what's going on is I know exactly what I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I'm going through. I'm not really over it yet. I don't know when I'm gonna get over it.
Mm-hmm.
And I need him to be there to support me,
Mm-hmm.
right? He's obviously not there to support you, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's been like, maybe I've supported this much, and I don't know if this is, I don't know how long this is gonna go. I don't want to continue to not be intimate, right? To feel like obviously he's feeling like he doesn't want to put pressure on her while she's going through these things. So that's probably something she's stated to him. You know what I mean?
I feel like it's a slap in the face, and I guess she wanted to talk about it. Like, okay, dang, I'm going through all this stuff, and the whole time I'm over here at my lowest. You're doing this,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And it's like you're not even willing to accept what you did. It's like you don't even want to talk about it.
No, right? I get that.
I think that's worse. Like you're not, to me, it's like, okay, if I confront you with something and you have nothing really much to offer.
But she's confronting him with no answer. And she knows what it is, and she's the one with the problem.
I don't know.
Not, you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Like she's not confronting him like, yo, listen, I know I've been distant. I know I've been this. I'm going through a lot. Like I just, you know what I mean? Like I really reinforcing that she loves him or whatever, or she wants to be intimate or whatever. And that's not where she's coming from. She's completely coming from the fact of, I'm going through this and he needs to understand it. And then I need him to understand it and sit there and deal with it. And then when he tries to like get whatever, it's like what, like we was watching what Axe said the other day, when he reassigned his intimacy to another woman because he's not getting it from you. So he's not gonna fight with you. He's gonna reassign it to somebody else. And so now that he's done that, because that's probably the only way he probably feels he could keep peace in the house, right?
Yeah.
So he needs to reassign it. So then now everything else is like, y'all could deal with everything else because he's reassigned and getting his peace from the intimacy elsewhere. So now when he comes back to you, he's already good. Okay. Right?
Yeah.
Where are we at?
Those things. One comment said, "Babe, I cheated to preserve our relationship. I swear."
Right, but that's exactly what I just said. So like what I'm saying is, the relationship is lacking intimacy, right? He goes somewhere else to get intimacy and keeps the rest of the relationship intact, and that's really what just happened
But
right
that's
here.
not that's horrible. It's like,
It's
for example,
it's
if
horrible.
say you had to have surgery or something, or say you're pregnant,
Right.
and for some reason that you couldn't get that intimacy because this is the situation right now, but instead you're not getting that intimacy. You're like, okay, I can't get this from you.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and find it somewhere else. Just
I feel like
I'm gonna do this to preserve our relationship because I can't, get it from you right now because of this situation.
but that's what niggas do, and I
That's
know it's horrible,
I feel
but
like you're justifying
no,
his actions.
I'm not justifying it. What I'm saying is the blame goes around. A relationship is everybody has like
Part to play.
duty to the relationship. So when you lack in the duty that you have, then people that they feel like they lack, they go elsewhere to fulfill themselves. So what I'm saying is that's what happens here, and she knows it. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
I feel like if she didn't know it,
Yeah.
then I would take her side and say that he didn't even talk. But she knows it. She knows where he's going.
Yeah.
She knows what she's putting him through, right? And also, like, let's say with like a pregnancy, it's a little different because there's a time frame on that. So you kind of know there's an expectancy set already. There's no expectancy set here. He could be losing hope. Yo, I don't know when you're gonna get over. You probably never. This is your grandfather. You probably never get over. Like, I know how much you love him.
Yeah, but the answer isn't going outside of her. The answer is trying to figure out, okay,
Obviously, he did
how
that.
to get through the grieving process.
But they did that
How
though.
long? How?
Because she said that, like, first of all of this has been communicated to him, right? She even knows why he's not, the intimacy level has dropped because he doesn't want to put the pressure on her, right? So obviously he's communicated that much.
As to why he cheated.
No,
That's why he said that the reason is because,
Oh, okay, I thought
he said because I don't want to nag you about sex.
okay.
And
So, but he's feeling like he's been nagging her.
I don't want to constantly nag you about sex and trying to burden you.
Right. Okay, so he says that after the fact. Okay, I don't agree with that. I feel like he should have said that before, and then she kind of knows. Even though you know what you're doing anyway, everybody's grown, right? So like she know what she's doing regardless. Like, she knows if she's been whatever. And when you're with somebody, you really have to pull yourself through in order to like, you know what I mean? Like, you have duty. It's like anything that you do in life. If you have kids, you wake up and freaking dress your kids and take them to school, regardless of how you feel, regardless of who died, or regardless of what's going on, right? You could take a couple, if you have, I mean, you could take a couple days to grieve. You're gonna grieve inside, but you still have the duty to fulfill. You know what I mean? It's like you can't be lazy to the relationship. So like, or your duties or anything. Like, I mean, how much time do they give you with somebody when you're going through something personal? If you have an argument with your husband before you go to work, no, but not even that far. Like, usually you have an argument with your husband before you go to work, right? You could take a day off. You could call out. You know what I'm saying? Call in. You know, however they say it, depending. So, but as far as like, once you go into that second day, that third day, it's like, yo, we need somebody to do this job though. Like, we know you're going through it with your relationship at home. You got to keep certain things separated.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, he's supposed to be there to comfort her and make it better. But I don't know how much of a problem and how deep into depression she's fell into, because I feel like one of the things is like being depressed. Like, me being depressed, I wouldn't want to drag nobody down into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know that's probably bad too, right? Right? Because right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah, but you don't want to affect somebody else because you're the one that's moping around and bringing down the mood for like months at a time. You almost gotta, like, you know, she should be the one calling it off if she feels like that, unless because she, like I said, like, what it really is, she's in no emotional state to get married. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And and he's obviously in no emotional state to get married because what he's doing.
Yeah.
But so where we at?
Like when you're dealing with somebody, you know, whoever it is, I know, like, say someone close to me. She's super sensitive,
Right.
and like one of her best friends died. I don't know how many years on Christmas or close to Christmas.
Right.
And so she even that was about 12 years ago. She can't celebrate Christmas, which
Right.
takes away from our celebration.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like being in a relationship with her, you have to know who you're dealing with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when things like this happens, it's gonna take them longer to get over it. So it's like, okay,
Right.
I don't know. I feel like she's kind of that person with him. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Where we at on it?
and then so okay, let's talk about the fact that they've been together for 5 years and engaged for 3.
Okay.
That's a
Right.
long time to be engaged. Do you agree?
They've been engaged. More than half of that time, she's been depressed.
You think so?
How
Oh,
long
you talking
ago?
about 7 years?
No. I'm just saying.
She said
like,
she struggled with depression for 7 years.
for 7 years. But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, which probably got a little quick jolt of happiness and euphoria from meeting him, right? So for 7 years, 2 years into it, he picked up her spirits. Boom. They're like, let's get married. And then,
And, oh yeah, then she said there are periods where I struggle with intimacy because I'm feeling so low.
yeah, you know how? All right, so, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
I don't think we've talked about this. Like we've seen, like we heard Act the other day. He brought this up with the Amber Rose thing.
DJ Academic.
Yeah, this is a big deal, right? Because the one thing that you can't so when you're in a relationship, the one thing you can't get anywhere else is intimacy.
Yeah.
You can't go get that anywhere else. If let's say if you're in a relationship with somebody, and let's say like one person, whether it's the man or the woman, cooks, right? And she don't want to cook no more. She feeling down. Okay, you could hit DoorDash,
Yeah.
Uber Eats, get food.
Right.
It's everything else. If you want to watch a movie, you know what I mean? You go watch a movie, which everything else, it's like in a relationship, you could go and get
Yeah.
anything else. The one thing you can't get elsewhere is intimacy.
Yeah.
So when you have one person that doesn't want to be intimate, it's very difficult to deal with that in a relationship because everything else you can technically get past.
Yeah.
As long as the relationship is right. You know what I mean? So if somebody doesn't want to is not like doesn't want to do this or do that, or like let's say you in a relationship with somebody and they want to be they like to go for fishing at the pond. You don't like to do that. They can grab somebody else and go fishing,
Yeah.
and it's not a problem. They could grab their kid, brother, you know what I mean, uncle, friend. Everything else gets fulfilled except for that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing else is cheating except intimacy,
Yeah.
right?
It's not fair. Yeah.
So then when it's stuck into one person, it's like what do you do?
You suffer.
Yeah, you suffer. No, you suffer. So when she says something like that, to me that's a big deal. And I don't know how women feel. Maybe you could speak to how women feel. I know for a man, I heard I think I seen this. Somebody said something like women don't realize how big being like sexually dissatisfied sits with the man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's the difference between men and women. Nowadays, women almost just as freaking whatever.
Yeah.
So it's just like I feel like either one could be. It's not. I don't even think it's a man and woman thing. You know what I'm saying? But you could speak towards like what you think.
No, I just feel like it.
How a woman.
You just got to make sure the couple is sexually compatible.
Yeah, just not even but like intimacy as a
Yeah.
whole, right?
What's
So
the
like,
question?
huh?
What's the question?
Intimacy. So like, how important is the intimate part? So let's say you're in a relationship, right? And you may like to kiss or something. Somebody and the other person don't like to kiss like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's people that have sex and everything and don't kiss the whole
That's what I'm
time.
saying. As far as the compatibility,
Right.
when it comes, it's super important.
But that's what I'm saying. So is it that important?
Yeah.
You
It's
think so?
important. I think it's
Speaking for,
important.
but not just outside
But
of
it's
yourself.
like,
Not
yeah.
yeah,
I'm saying I think it's very important.
yeah. Like
But it's for it to be compatible, because some people, like you said, might like affection and they need that for intimacy, and if they're not receiving that, they're
Right.
not happy, and it's important that everybody's happy.
yeah, okay. Because so let's say like if all things, because you know everything is a compromise, right? So it's like certain things you could compromise in and out, right? It's like okay, like this person isn't that affectionate, but maybe. You know what I mean? Like how important? Where does affectionate?
Well, that depends on the person, obviously. Like
Yeah,
you,
but-
what you know, everybody has a preference of what's more important.
like a
you
love
know what I'm
language,
saying?
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some people might put security above affection. Some people might put affection over security. Depends on what's more important to that individual.
Okay.
Yeah, I always ask people that. Like, what do you, if you can create your perfect man? You know, and some
Security
people might,
means what? Like what? Like as far as like is that like a financial thing or is
Not
it more
necessarily
like
financial.
is it more like a nigga that like a dude that's gonna like make
Be
sure
there.
like he'll shoot up the whole block if they
No,
mess
not
with you
that.
like
For
what's going on?
me, to me, it's just talking about somebody that'll be there no matter what.
Okay.
So, like,
oh,
if
so
you-
security like
security.
like no matter what, I'm not gonna be alone.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we're gonna get through everything
Okay.
together.
Yeah.
You know, that's security
Yeah.
to me. You know,
Yeah.
we're gonna figure it out.
We saw Love Island not too long ago, and it's like, do you think that people picked? I feel like on that show specifically, people picked based on security. Like who's not gonna leave me?
Yeah.
Who can I make it through to the end with? Right?
Yeah.
Not necessarily like they had the cachet girl with the other dude.
Single.
Yeah, and he was kind of going back and forth
Yeah.
between two
They
girls.
didn't have security. Yeah.
And then she had a dude come who she felt like, well, you know, if I just go over here, it's secure.
Yeah.
He's not gonna. I bring him onto the show. We rock out, and she
Yeah.
chose based on that,
Yeah.
and not necessarily who she liked more.
Yeah. Do you think most people do that?
I think women do that more than anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I feel like, I don't know if a guy's gonna choose two girls like. I don't know if he's gonna choose two girls depending on who's more likely to stay with him the longest. I feel like women might think like that though, and I don't want to be sexist. I'm just saying like I feel like because I couldn't picture something in my mind where, and I feel like I've seen that before, where it's like you have, and I feel like it's in movies all the time where it's like it's two guys, one of them is in and out your life, back and forth. You might like him a lot, but he's in and out. You know you can't depend on him to be there.
Yeah.
You know he's finicky. One day he loves you, next day he's everywhere else, right? And then you have one who's like they all for you. You might not like them as much, but you're like, I know they're gonna be there.
Yeah.
Then when you come to a crossroad and you have to pick, you're like, I'm just gonna stay with the
Security,
one who's definitely gonna be here. You know what I mean? I don't know if men pick that way.
Yeah. I don't
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Where we at on this?
And then,
Where's she at?
well, then she said she issued an ultimatum, and so he blocked the other girl.
Yeah.
But it was hard because she's a good friend.
Okay.
So even after all the stuff that, you know, he got caught doing and saying and reasoning,
Is that enough?
justifying it, he's
Is that
saying
enough?
that dang, but she's still a good friend. I don't really want to.
Right. Okay.
Let her go.
Which is always
Which is crazy.
a problem because when you have one friend, one person has the connection, the friend connection, right, and the other person doesn't. So obviously, like the friend, the girl that's his friend, right, is a girl, right?
Yeah.
So she doesn't have, of course, the respect for the relationship that he has.
Yeah.
Right. Because he's saying things like naked, and he's not saying, yo, you gotta be your girl, like come on, like you gotta, you feel me?
Yeah.
So I feel like she might have to get blocked, but is that enough?
No, they need to break up.
Yeah, because
They don't need to be together.
right, do they need to break up or postpone? Like what?
Break up.
What you
end
think?
it.
Let me
They're
see.
not. No. They're nowhere near ready to get married.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what some of the comments say.
Mm-hmm.
Tech Rex says the men pick the freakiest, and that's how they choose. He says women need more satisfaction, men just need more interaction. What does that mean?
I don't know. Men need more interaction.
Yeah, women need more satisfaction, men just need more interaction. Is that just a rhyme, or does that mean something?
I feel like it's the other way. Men need satisfaction, sexual satisfaction.
Okay.
Probably.
and women need interaction.
Interaction is in conversation and figuring it out, and
Let me see.
It's the other way.
What else we got here? Confiding in a friend is fine and nothing wrong with that. However, if this comes at the cost of confiding in your relationship, then it's a problem.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like your number one should be your partner. Like
Okay.
that, you have to confide. I mean, I don't even know if it's okay to confide in somebody of the opposite sex.
Right.
I don't know if that's okay. I
Right.
feel like I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Like if you got somebody there, if you got a partner and y'all all in, that should be your only person you're confiding in my opinion.
Right. Nah, I get that.
Other than if you have a female, but like a same sex best friend, like yeah, you can talk to them. I think,
Yeah. And then so where we at on it? Is she?
Yeah, so she gave him the ultimatum, and he blocked the girl, but it was hard for him because she's a good friend.
Okay.
And that's it. I think that's messed up.
Is that a problem too?
Yeah.
The fact that like after all of that,
Yeah.
him blocking her was a problem.
Yeah, that's messed up.
The fact you gotta block her is an issue though too.
And that you have a problem with blocking her. Like that should have been your first. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't.
But she should block him though, cause he's the one saying things to her.
Yeah.
He's the one saying, I want to see you hug you naked.
Yeah.
Imagine somebody tell you they want to hug you naked and then they block you. Like what? I didn't even say nothing. Why am I getting blocked? You know what I mean? So I just feel like that's like not addressing the real issue and the real problem. What do some of the comments say?
Okay. After 5 months out, they can probably get their wedding deposit back. Just call it off before it's too late. 5-year relationship, engaged for 3. Just to clarify, what a piece of shit he is.
Oh, okay. So somebody agrees. 3 years is too long.
Yeah.
I wanted to know. Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. How long ago did her grandfather die?
She said, she just said recently.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to figure out, like, if her grandfather and best friend died, like, maybe within the first year of her getting engaged, and then she changed into being, like, lacking intimacy within that first few months of the engagement, that he may also be like, right? Cause for a pause at that point. So, which is probably why it's been 3 years. It probably wasn't gonna be 3 years, right?
Yeah.
So it's probably a cause for pause because of how she's conducting herself at this point.
Right.
Right.
And
so
then he figured out the formula. Like, if I do this, I can still marry her, because the wedding's in 5 months, and he's going through with the wedding.
Right.
But he's doing all this on the side, so he found his.
Yeah, I mean, he's just going through it, probably hoping that she comes back to however she was before she was super depressed, maybe, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. And then I guess that pretty much wraps up that.
Yeah.
Is there any other comments that anybody's
saying just dump him.
Yeah.
Break up.
No.
She's already unblocked. You are the side piece.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. They going in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You're telling me this is the man you want to marry?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, but so what? So you're saying get rid of him. You're saying get rid of him.
Yeah.
You're not saying get rid of her.
She needs counseling. She needs therapy. She needs to
she's a problem.
get past the depression.
Yeah,
she doesn't need to be in a relationship.
Yeah, she doesn't.
But the way he handled it,
she has no
wrong.
more emotional space to carry anybody else's baggage, which his baggage is the intimacy and other stuff. And she doesn't have any.
Then
any,
again,
any
I can't say that because she could be in a relationship with somebody who is a little more, understanding.
I don't think so because she's the one that's lacking these things. So what I'm saying is, even if somebody is understanding, you're still not fulfilling what everything is needed for in a relationship. So it's like you're gonna go and put somebody else through the same thing that you just put this guy through.
Yeah.
And then just because he's a better person about it, you're still not fixing what the issue is, which is yourself. So I feel like with something like that, she doesn't have the emotional space to carry somebody else's desires or wants at all because she's not over her own depression that may be coming from her grandfather and her
I feel like depression
friend.
is the mental thing that you manage, right? It's not necessarily something you get over.
Well, that's what I'm saying. She hasn't got over it, and she hasn't learned how to manage it,
right?
At all. That's the biggest thing. Let's say you never get past you're never gonna get over a family member passing away ever. You know what I'm saying? But you have to learn to manage it within a day-to-day to where you can go to work, get your job done, right? Mm-hmm. Because no employers is gonna tolerate missing work, unfinished work, and things like that when they're trying to. Their goal is to make money with their business, and you're in here, and so you have to learn how to manage whatever it is that you're going through, and she hasn't learned how to manage that without affecting her relationship, her man, and whatever. And I need more information because maybe he is terrible. Maybe he wasn't there at all to hold her down, but she's not saying that. You know what I mean? She's basically, in a way, taking accountability for, you know what I mean?
Which makes her a good person.
Which makes her seeking for somebody else to tell her it's okay. You know what I mean? Which it is okay. Mm-hmm. She should just, she needs some time, some therapy maybe, right? Yeah. Some time to get through this without making another big jump, which is what, right? Mm-hmm. So I just feel like something like that. But I'm gonna say, I say that I don't want to say that they shouldn't get married though. I don't really want to say that.
So your relationship advice is?
That's what I'm saying. What
my
are you saying?
relationship advice is
get rid of him.
Get rid of him.
But not get rid of
therapy,
her.
You know what I'm saying? And find somebody that's.
You're telling him what? What's your relationship advice to him?
My relationship advice to him: the next relationship you get into.
Yeah.
Communicate better and
to him.
Okay. Communicate better and don't look for a solution outside of your relationship. And
your advice to her?
Get rid of him. Dump him.
You want some sisterhood? Yeah, you want some sister code, basically. But so I'm gonna say, so you can work through things. I feel like it could be worked through. You know what I'm saying? The fact that she kind of knows what she's doing makes it I feel like they could work through it because I don't know. And I feel like he's been there through most of this. He's there on the low. So it's you feel me? So I'm not going to say necessarily break up. I'm going to say they should talk it out more, right? See what she needs in order to feel like she can manage what's going on and how he can help her and how they could come to some type of common ground. I'm not just going to say they should just go because that's what y'all do nowadays in this new age society of just using things and throwing it away. Using things and throwing it away. You know what I mean? We're not really on that. So it's I feel like they could work through that. Okay. I mean, I feel like the things that you don't work through is maybe if he was beating her up, then it's you gotta. I mean, y'all fighting, y'all get to the point, y'all got a fist fight. Okay, y'all gotta separate, right? But this is kind of light. You know what I mean? It's kind of light. And they know what the issue is. They know what the issue is. It could get worse, but it could also fix itself too. You know what I'm saying?
So you say postpone. Don't get married in 5 months.
You know what happened? Like, remember? Well, I don't want to give out I don't want to do the spoiler because I don't know if y'all seen it.
Clickbait.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but it's something in there that's kind of like where it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna say, but I feel like they could work through it. You feel like she need to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where we at on that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it was released August 25th. It just came out.
Yeah, so we'll give them a week.
Yeah.
A week. We binge watched it.
Yeah.
back to back. But maybe some people they see an episode a day or something.
Yeah.
2 episodes. So we'll give them a week.
Yeah. With the clickbait review.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all, you know what I mean. This is what it is, and yeah. So I say stay together. You say break up, and peace.
I was about to say the